Damara Rainsong first breathed tundra chill on the 3rd of April 1997 in a cedar cabin at the edge of Norway's Lingen Alps, where sapphire glaciers feed turquoise fjords. While moonlight flickered off pack ice, her mother, an Arctic folk violinist who stores dried crowberry petals in her rosin bag, rocked a lullaby across the cradle. Her father, a whale tag researcher who sketches aurora spirals on graph paper in between deployments, leaned close until their noses brushed, and promised his daughter that the sky widens for anyone who refuses to shrink. Curves trace the Rainsong lineage, the way meltwater channels vein a frozen lake. So when baby Damara split a second wool swaddle before sunrise, the midwife only laughed. Grandma Anna loosened every seam with a bone needle, patched the gaps with scraps of reindeer hide, and said, "Extra cloth costs a coin," while teaching a child to fold herself smaller could cost her an entire constellation. Primary school, lulled with chalk dust, smoked cod, and the creak of pine floors. Damara already loomed taller and broader than all her peers, blocking the projector beam whenever she diagrammed verb tenses. One recess, after boys taunted her with echoing cries of "cargo ferry," she hiked the pebble beach beneath towering cliffs, gathering soda caps polished by tide. That night, she threaded them on fishing line into a shimmering spine, stitched the chain down her navy cardigan, and walked into class at dawn with northern sunlight exploding off her back. A traveling substitute snagged 6 seconds of video on a borrowed phone, uploaded it to a budding website, and by the following sunrise, 16,000 strangers applauded the girl who turned ridicule into fjord-light sparkle. Damara wrote a pledge in glitter pen across her mathematics folder. When clouds crowd the horizon, fling mirrors until they migrate. Weekends belonged to the harbor quay where her mother's violin soared above sizzling Arctic char and funnel cake stalls. Retail jeans strangled Damara's hips, so she swapped tip jar coins for discarded sailcloth, cut it into flared trousers, sprayed puffin silhouettes with squid ink, and posed at twilight against rusted trawler hulls. She uploaded the photos to a new diary called Fjord Lantern as soon as a photo-sharing app reached remote cell towers. Captions toggled between Sami proverbs and crisp English truths like, "Curves steady storms better than breakwaters." By 16, she counted 56,000 unseen friends, tapping hearts on every dusky frame, proof that distant screens drown cafeteria whispers louder than any teacher. A scholarship lured her south to the University of Oslo. Daylight vanished in glacial sediment labs, nights pulsed inside a 24-hour waffle wagon glowing neon blue. The warming lamp became her only softbox. During lull stretches, she filmed 90-second reels, twisting parchment wrappers into mountain heather barrettes while explaining dart rotation in a voice half snow hush, half city snap. One clipped layered beluga clicks atop a pocket synth beat while she chain-stitched reflective rope into thrift store denim. 42 hours later, the reel drifted beyond 1 million plays. Nordic-style pages crowned her the waffle couturière, yet every brand proposal in her inbox topped out at size 16. Damara filed each one into a folder labeled Shrinking Nets, wiped lingonberry syrup from her cuff, and flipped another waffle. Equinox Moon brought an email from North Face women proposing a winter shell capsule named Glacier Pulse. Damara replied with 3 immovable requests. Patterns had to reach a 60-inch hip. Half the crew must be hired from regional trade schools, and 10% of profit would fund orca conservation acoustic buoys along the Barents Sea. North Face signed, before dawn glazed the fjord. The chute unfurled on a wind-gnawed ice lagoon where huskies howled, and Damara guided curvy snow kite riders across powder flats while a drone spiraled overhead. When the lookbook dropped, every extended size shell vanished within 40 hours across 23 nations. Fjord Lantern leapt past 700,000 followers. Still dusted with powdered sugar, she ducked behind flour sacks, propped her phone atop a cocoa tin, and live-streamed tear-bright gratitude beneath buzzing strip lights. If that surge already stirs something bright in your chest, press subscribe now. One gentle tap keeps our journey anchoring to your feed before tomorrow's algorithm storms. Rollin'. Spotlight shimmer attracts rumor gulls. A gossip vlog claimed Damara corseted her waist between shoots. At sunrise, she paddled an ice blue kayak beyond the breakwater, stood steady in sport top and fleece leggings, traced each stretch mark with powdered cloudberry gold, and played a whistle riff about bodies steering the midnight wind. 10 million viewers reposted, naming the clip Cloudberry Proof, brushing warm pigment across their own lines until the rumor dissolved like salt and thaw. Night shifts merged with capsule royalties to birth Rainsong Glow, a whipped body custard blending sea buckthorn butter, birch sap oil, and mica flecks that flash pearl under phone flash. She poured 19,000 tins inside her father's research hangar, tied each lid with braided sail line, slipped in cards reading, "Moisturize your horizon," and watched the lot sell out in 84 minutes, netting $191,000. 20% launched Northern Beacon grants, delivering heavy-duty surgers and underwater microphones to plus-size teens in fishing hamlets from Tromsø to Bodo. 9 months later, 36 recipients floated a fashion and whale song pageant aboard a research catamaran draped in LED ice shards, streamed at dawn to breakfast shows from Reykjavik to Rome. Oslo Fashion Week etched fresh folklore when a backstage air turbine sliced her emerald mesh gown from rib to knee 90 seconds before her walk. Borrowing neon tow rope from a stagehand, she laced the gap like sneaker eyelets, strode out as if the splice breathed in every sketch and camera shutters cracked like sheet ice. Vogue Borealis crowned the save. Rope Aria and another million lantern voyagers surfaced before after-party violins warmed. Sabotage tried once more. A former promoter leaked emails claiming she demanded reindeer steak fondue and chauffeured icebreakers for her rescue puffin, Lumen. She posted the entire thread, proving she asked only for refillable water urns, lentil stew for crew, and captioned monitors for deaf stylists. Affiliate revenue that month, 136,000 euros, funded biodegradable gillnet pilots in 2 Arctic fjords. Fans echoed her shore creed. Receipts flashed brighter than rumor silt, and whispers slid under the tide. By midsummer, Fjord Lantern shimmered for 6.6 million Instagram hearts, 3.3 million real Voyagers, and 2 million Steadfast channel subscribers. Engagement near 10%, rewriting marketing manuals. Cartier tapped her for Topaz Surge inside the lens chamber of Sletny's Lighthouse. Damara agreed after Cartier pledged therapy stipends for cod trawler hands battered by harsher winters. The finished ad, rescattering amber shards across wrought iron struts, became the brand's most saved clip of the quarter. Family steers her true. Twice a month she streams Strings and Steam. Mum bending Zydeco accordion under fairy lights while Dad recites star map haiku and Damara flips thrifted jackets live. One stream peaked at 9 million when Lumen waddled across Castor Sugar and sneezed a blizzard onto the microphone. A seabird rescue sponsors each episode, tagging rehabilitated puffins with solar beacons funded by Rainsong Glow. Glow revenue crested 12 million before its second birthday. Damara leased a dormant fish cannery, sliced skylights through corrugated metal, hired furloughed dock hands plus design grads to whip and jar. Every tin closes with a rope knot, yanked during midday stretch dances to accordion house mashups. Efficiency experts begged for heat seals. She repeated her mother's stage wisdom. Palms remember legends after machines forget, and not stay human. She threads mental health candor through every upload, pairing ice-edge portraits with waffle van selfies captioned "Same tide, different weather." Breath tracks recorded in blue caves, printable reframing sheets in English and Sami, and half-price therapy links ripple through her feed. 104,000 followers already cite her horizon-clear honesty as their first safe harbor. Community rides glow in crushed seashell paint. Hundreds cycle the harbor loop at dusk, wearing Rainsong Glow on collarbones and LED narwhal tails on spokes. Ticket profits deepen beacon grants and fund wheelchair snorkel hoists at rocky coves. Fish shacks keep grills lit late on ride nights because cod taco sales climb 15%. Damara pedals lead on a vintage cruiser with Lumen plush bungeed to her basket, stopping to retie any rider's trailing scarf. Her memoir, Currents, Keep Names Wings through translation in 11 languages, while a streaming crew shadows her quest to turn retired wave buoys into drifting maker labs for remote island schools. Puma's wide-to-wave lantern sneakers launch next quarter, laced in reflective cord and cushioned by algae foam soles, channeling 10% of proceeds into beacon grants right round the Arctic Circle. Here drifts your second invitation. If you have traveled this far without subscribing, lift that finger now and anchor with us so the next swell arrives before another scroll buries it. When this story closes, open the description below. Waiting for you are fresh Rainsong Glow restocks, the quick form for Northern Beacon applications, tonight's strings and steam playlist, and a discreet compass. A research-backed guide brimming with conversation sparks and gentle confidence rituals that help you kindle real connection and let the woman you dream of see sunrise shine in your smile. The sea of affection is broad, yet that chart never mispoints. Tap like if the soda cap spine, Roparaya rescue, or Lumen's sugar sneeze lifted your spirits, then pour your favorite wave in the comments and pass this voyage to a friend whose sails need wind. Every curve redirects currents, every scar refracts moonlight, and the fjord bows to anyone bold enough to stand wide at cliff edge and greet tomorrow without blinking. A final breeze brushes your screen. Subscribe now, claim your berth, and meet me when the next aurora kindles and a fresh story ripples across the open sky.